Alright, time for the next video. Today I will be playing some Vi here into a Rengar. This is gonna be a follow-up, I guess, for the beginner's guides, because there are two videos of those that I've looked over that I wanted to redo. Essentially, Vi being one of them, because when I made this video for Vi, the fighter item changes weren't there yet. So there are some slight alterations to the build, or the way the build's done. And yeah, I just had no idea. For the most part, all of the videos made for all the beginner's guides are made after the changes for all those important item things, or after certain champions got nerfed and stuff. I try to space it out correctly for that to be the case, and I did it for the most part, apart from Vi and Viego. So those will be the next couple of days to make sure I clean that up real quick. And yeah. Starting here, Vi starting on blue buff is generally recommended, because her clear is way more efficient going from blue down instead of the other direction, due to having all of your abilities available for the AoE camps. Having Q and E up to do Raptors is huge for like overall clear speed purposes. Same thing kind of goes for the Krugs. So yeah. Plus, if you do this in like especially lower ratings, the likelihood of you getting invaded are a lot lower, a lot more slim, because they generally tend to invade top side only, rarely ever bot side, so that does help as well. This isn't necessarily, I mean, it is depending on your definition, low elo, I guess. This is high gold, low platinum. I kind of ran out of space of doing like silver gold, like low gold games like I want to for most of this series, so you're gonna have to just accept it as it is. This is gonna be more like high gold, low plat. Okay, my bot lane is actually doing quite well. Interesting. Put that up. Make sure here, I waited before I used my E to get my blast shield back up. Your W procs will give you your blast shield back. So actually waiting for that to be up before you use a certain ability is very valuable, because it's going to save you a bunch of damage. Your E is an auto attack reset, has the cone behind it, so everything gets hit in that area, gets hit for the damage, which is very good. Actually, because I have my blast shield up, I'm not going to smite here. I'm not going to go mid either, because we are finishing the full clear. Vi really needs just consistent experience. It's necessary. There's no debating that one. Go for like a level 3 gank on Vi. It's really not ideal, especially after the changes coming up in 13.5 as well. Something to keep in mind. Okay. I'm just gonna chunk out Tarek for a bit. He's not gonna expect me to really be here. Should be able to get a good amount of damage. I don't want to fight him though, because I know that Tarek is a monster early game, so I do have to be a little bit careful. Make sure I hit the Tarek here. Perfect. Okay, she flashed for me as well. Yeah. I mean, my team wins this now, so I really don't mind the trade too much. It's unfortunate Rengar survived that one, but this is perfectly acceptable to me. Like, a death there, because I was pretty much going to recall anyway. Plus, I get the Dirk on this back. The death there really doesn't matter to me, if that makes sense. That's no big deal. I'll happily trade that situation. 2 kills on the 80 carry is perfectly worth it. Top scuttle. We saw the Rengar on bot lane alongside me, so he cleared down as well, which means that if I just go for the top scuttle here, it should be there, and then I can from there on potentially go into a mid gank here, which could be a possibility. Let's just smite that out. Why not? Save myself a bit of time. Hug the wall here to avoid wards in the top side bush here if they are in there at all, and we should just be able to walk up to this guy now. I was expecting that. He's even disrespecting. Wow. I mean, honestly, would he be this stupid? He could be. We saw the Rengar bot lane recently, so we pretty much figured since he started topside as well that his Raptors would be up, so I'm going to go for that one real quick to at least counter jungle him some. Can't wait for the damage reduction to be removed for this as well, but yeah, it is what it is. Clear that out. Any camp you can take is worth taking. You are kidding. I'm gonna have to hit the Rengar here because I can't focus too much on this guy. My Gragas was super low on mana there, unfortunately. I heavily misjudged what he was going to be able to do there. Definitely a mana problem, honestly. Damn. Sucks. Too greedy on my end, I suppose. I thought that would be a possible fight. But I suppose what I should have done there was stalled out Twisted Fate's stun card a bit better. And I just run at mid because we don't want to waste too much of this minion wave XP. Use my Q as well for extra distance so I can still get this cannon. Oh my god, you're kidding. Yeah. Sad life. It was very close on that fight there, honestly. It really sucks, but... Rip.
I'm doing this my way.
Problem now is that killing this guy might not even be possible because he is level 6 with ult. TF ult, right. He instantly knows where I am at now. Oh, my Xerath is dead. My top lane gank opportunity instantly faded when TF pressed ult there because they instantly got vision over me. Gragas rotation here should be quite good. It's not the best situation for the early game, I will say, but I guess that's generally better. Have a bit of a weaker stage early game. I'll never make it to bot lanes. I'm just gonna do my blue buff here. Rengar's bot as well. I should take his red buff for that. Gragas is most likely dead here, but at least I can trade like Rengar's red buff for this. They're gonna get the dragon here most likely, so there's really no other play but taking his red. Maybe potentially the Herald with that. Maybe go for top lane after this, you know. But we know he started top side, so we know his red sub, so this is basically the only play I really have. They aren't doing dragon, so that's kind of good. I hate that this takes so much. Like, it's kind of annoying. Okay. I mean, I got it, but... Pick this up. I think I just run towards mid lane, because this should be the freest kill. Top lane is really not going to happen. I think Darius is going to mess us up. Hug the wall there once again, so if this is warded, we can avoid it. Hold on to your ult, because you only use ult if you are... if they flash away from you. Always try to close the distance initially with your Q and then use ult afterwards. I'm gonna clean up the scuttle and then we can look for a play on bot side potentially. Maybe even a dive here actually. Walk in with a sweeping trinket.
Sometimes you gotta make the door.
I'm gonna let her recall. So I can just dive Tarek. I'm not gonna get him. Okay, thank you, Zeri. Make sure to auto-attack, reset with the abilities, and then also land in my Q in between for a slight CC knock. Let's go for some turret plates here. I think the dragon would be too risky, honestly. Considering I have a lot of gold. And it's probably going to take too long overall with their respective recalls. I don't think it was going to be that much of a possibility for that dragon there. But yeah, it's pretty good. Use my ultimate in such a way there that I get a CC chain on Rengar potentially for enough burst to kill him. Which wasn't the case, but the Zeri coming over the wall to clean him up was very nice. Very good mobility there from the AD carry. Probably the only AD carry that could have made that play like into a kill, if that makes sense. So I guess that's kind of lucky for me. I really need to recall soonish, because I have a lot of gold. Okay. Clean this up. And then after this, I'm definitely going to take the recall. Because I have a lot of gold. We pick up the Eclipse here, and then I think I'll just pick up an extra longsword with that, because I don't have enough money for my CDR boots after this. Which is fine. I'm instantly going to go back bot lane here, because we see the fight going on here. The most likely scenario is going to go for like a dragon play or something soonish. My bot lane kind of died, so I'd probably lose the dragon at this point. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go mid lane then. I don't think I can prevent this from happening. I'm curious if it's warded and try. It is. That sucks. Just clear out the wave real quick. Press the ult, the CC lock, smite him out, and then flash. To avoid getting Rengar bursted or snared. Insta-flash the second he jumps me. And right there, I just make sure to hit my Q through the wave, so I clear the wave. You're joking me with this. I was too close. I was trying to, like... Yeah, whatever. That's my bad. That's a bad death. Oh, please don't die to it. Okay, thank you. It's a bad death. I positioned myself too close to the wall. I should have walked up a bit more so I'd have room to dodge both ways, but the card's placement there, I couldn't dodge down, and dodging up was too late as well. So I basically just got hit because I positioned myself too close to a wall, which really sucks. I actually think Dragon's not a possibility here, because the enemy team is going to come out of base. My bot lane has to recall here, so there's no option there. So what I'm going to do here is just wolves into like Grom Blue, and then look for like Rift Herald potentially, maybe a top gank. Because killing Darius would be quite nice. But I would definitely need my ult for that, so it's going to have to wait at least until I get that back. Which gives me time to do these topside camps. Potentially going into a Herald. I mean, I'm getting some deaths here, but they really are not that big of a deal, honestly. I mean, obviously the one against TF there was a little silly. But my 80 carry ends up getting the cleanup kills anyway, so I don't really mind too much. Very good kill there. Not bad. This should be literally illegal, by the way. Like, actually. CC lock him, wait for him to go in. Triumph Rock should save my life. I needed to wait with my ultimate for proper timing there. For the CC lock, Rengar jump in, is that way I can knock the Rengar to the side as well as get the CC with the Darius. I tend to hold on to my ultimate just long enough for situations like that, where it lines up better so you can hit several people, because hitting several people with Viol is going to do a ton of damage. So yeah, don't use it first is what I'm saying. The fact that they almost got away with that one, like, I'd say almost, like, it's not that, I don't know. It's just like, a 3v2, they should never be able to do the Rift Herald there, you know? That's what I'm saying. Very good double kill from bot lane. I just want the dragon now. I'm not gonna get the Herald down enough in time for the turret plates, unfortunately, so we're just gonna hold on to everything and go for the mid turret once the turret plates drop. So we can break open the map. It should be good. Good. By the way, you should max W second if you are facing extreme tank comps. So let's say they have like, I don't know, Mundo with Sejuani with Nautilus bot or whatever the hell. Oh, mid turret's already basically dead. Okay. I'm probably not gonna get a good use out of the Herald then. There's Eric. I had a slight feeling. I don't want to walk up to that. This guy needs to just be like know that he's not gonna be able to. Yeah. He's dead. It is what it is. The map position wasn't gonna be good because what we notice here is that both Zeri and Xerath recalled. The Gragas was forcing too hard into a mid lane play. That was never gonna happen. But because of that, and the numbers advantage on their side was just gonna be too big to deal with, essentially. Look for mid lane here. Sadly don't have flash, otherwise I could kill him, but without flash I don't think I can get this kill. Good. Just clear the wave, make sure he doesn't get turret. He's dead. Fine. Make sure I keep up my jungle tempo here. I'm getting close to level 11, which is something I really want to get. If they walk up to the next wave here, I can get a kill, which they probably clear this wave. Got my blue smite upgrade. This guy's gonna face check me here. Means he's just dead. Perfect. Don't need to use my ult there. Like, I'm really holding on to my ult as much as I can until I absolutely have to use it. Because the more you don't have to use it, the better it is. Like, it's more of a last resort type ult than just willy-nilly pressing it. Especially if you're going for this type of, more this type of setup instead of going for like Radiant Virtue, if you would like to do that instead for some reason. Because then pressing ults, like, I mean, you still kind of want to hold off to it because it's more of a healing ultimate at that point. So you kind of want to wait for your team to get a little low for a better position. So even then, you don't really want to use it early. Using ult early is just generally bad. Kind of curious if I can spot a guy. Side turrets are worth more gold than the mid turret is, so I'm actually going to use the Herald on the side turret here. Push this down. Get more damage on this. Rengar is going to come top. We're going to have to be a bit careful here. The entire team is rotating up basically right now. Plus, I have quite a bit of gold, so I do have to be careful for that too. We could potentially wait for somebody to walk up here. Which is not happening. Let's go mid.
I don't need a plan.
An ally has been slain.
You are kidding. Play slow here. And then we ult here. Finish him off. Flash out of that one. Dash over the wall. Make sure to not get hit by that. That stun is gonna kill me. Oh my god, my Gragas waited 15 years. He must have had cooldowns probably, but it just sucks. The TF stun card was basically always gonna kill me there. Ooh, Darius is gonna get a pentakill. Or whatever the hell this is. Yeah, that sucks. Well, that's not good. That one hurts. I'm gonna need some armor. Oh well. That's a rough one. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that the Gragas would go in slightly faster and we could CC lock the Darius slightly better. But I got TF stun card, which is just undodgeable CC. There's nothing I can do about that. But perhaps I should not have never have gone back into the play. That was definitely a mistake, I think. I think letting my team die would have just been the better play, because I was worth quite a bit of gold there as well on the shutdown, so it should have been something I considered a bit more. We are going to clear down as quick as possible here towards the dragon. Make sure we keep up our jungle clear as much as possible, because we want to keep the XP going. You can see Rengar is not really doing it here, which is creating issues for him because he's now losing XP heavily. His kill XP is worth less, so this ends up being necessary, you know.
Here comes the punchline.
Clear all these wards here, and then we should be able to get the dragon. Good. Vice W works really well with damage on this. It is. Can I just please use my ultimate in time? Alright, good. CC locked him. I really needed to use my ult to CC lock there. I wait for him to jump a target, and then we go for the Q.
Triple kill.
Interesting.
Your turret has been destroyed.
He's gonna keep pushing mid here, yeah. I don't know why the hell, like, Xerath is going there as well, but wait for the dodge timeout. Not long enough, apparently. Exhaust is a nice summoner. It almost got me. I figured my Xerath was gonna be there quite fast, so I had, like, more leeway, I guess, to go for the engage, if that makes sense. I just kind of stalled her out a bit, not going in too fast. Nilla is one of those 80 carries. It's actually kind of a pain in my ass to kill because of that dodge thing. Plus, I guess the exhaust doesn't help, but, you know, to run bot as quick as possible. Use my Q for mobility here too. Having the TF thing above me already shows my positions. Okay, we do not want to be doing this. I'm gonna just let him die if I have to. Darius is a very scary boy at the moment. If Zarya is not gonna rotate down, this is gonna become very scary.
Here I come.
I missed. That's really bad, actually. Oh, I'm gonna just ult this guy then. Go for it. Use my ult, auto attack, then Q for the CC hits. Very good kill. Make sure I go for the easy target first. Go for the Darius here. Get the CC reduction. Finish that guy off. And what? Just getting a quadra kill, man. Come on. But yeah, target selection there. Making sure to avoid the Darius. Going for like easier targets on the side is a big thing. Going for the TF there with the ult and avoiding the rest of them to fight with me is very, very like huge. If I would like try to face the Darius too much and tunnel vision too much on him, that could be really bad for me. So that's why we're doing it in the way I did it. We should have mid wave here. Trying pressure from mid turret here as well as bot lane turret. More overall pressure this way. Got like a couple of hits in. Two outs, walk back in, and I should have enough time to finish the turret here, I think. Especially with Zeri showing up. I'm gonna recall here. I have way too much gold. He's not gonna walk up to me, I don't think. So okay, that's the problem. I maybe would have made the recall there, but there was no real reason to risk it. I do need to back before I do anything though. Next item here is just going to be a Dev's Dance. You still want to build it, but Cleaver first is actually slightly better these days. So we do this. I had enough gold for the pickaxe, so I'll buy it. If I didn't have enough gold for the pickaxe, this would have been the time in the game where I would have switched out my boots for probably mercs to deal a bit better with like TF stun card and stuff. I'm going to have to run up here, use my Q for some mobility too. He looks to be losing the fight right away. He hopped back to a ward, it seemed. Okay. He never beats me there in a 1v1, but this is a problem now because they stuck on the map too long and we're going to lose a Baron for that one, I think. I'm going to need wards.
I don't need a plan.
Come on, let me use my abilities, man. Come on, let me get the hits. Ah, damn it. That was too much damage, man. I tried. Okay, I tried to get a good Q angle on it. To get the hit on the Nilla and then go from there, but I slightly missed it. Then I used my ultimate to hit as many people at the same time as possible to disrupt them as much as I can, to kill the Nilla with it. And from there on out, we can kind of clean it up. The CC is a little annoying into a Darius ult as well. If it wasn't for Darius ult, I probably would have penta-killed that. But it is okay. Just the crucial thing there to remember is try to like pick good targets that you can kill quickly with an initial Q hit. And then use your ultimate to hit as many things as you possibly can there. Because I hit like 3 to 4 people with my ultimate there. They got all knocked to the side and damaged. So that really hurt, like that really hurt them in that situation. And I can finish off like a target pretty easily. My team should be able to get that. I don't think I have to even rotate there at all. This is like the time where I switch my boots. I have plenty of abilities that are these two, where the boots abilities isn't that great. And the CC reduction is definitely currently necessary to deal with a bit more CC. I mean, I suppose I could also take the steel caps in this game. That would be kind of fine, but no. Oh, GP is getting some kills. That is very good. Okay, nope. We have to run up. Use my Q for mobility once again. I'm gonna go for the target that's the furthest out of position. Again, don't waste your ultimate. There we go. Easy kill. Okay, ulti CC the 80 carry. Oh god. I slightly misplayed there. I think I should have just focused the Nilla. We should Baron here. Oh. quickly clean this up because it's just a free red buff. I should have enough time to just do that real quick. Don't think that's much of an issue. And then I'll tank Baron here for my Nilla to do all the damage. Whoever tanks Baron gets the hand debuff here, which does 50% reduced damage to the Baron. But obviously the Nilla is going to do more damage to Baron than me, so I definitely want to be tanking it for this situation. Finish that off. Perfect. I do have enough gold now, I think, for the item, so I should recall. I should cancel my recall, because we see the top lane situation going on, which Nilla is also rotating towards. Take the recall now. This is good. We pick this up, and then we're just going to go for the Guardian Angel lost item here. As you can see, like for the ones that have watched the other one for Vi, I've slightly altered the build as well as slightly altered the runes for this situation here. But this way, it'll still work just fine, as you can see. I want to wait until my Gragas is like back on the map and all that type of stuff before I go for anything else, you know. No reason to hurry into a fight for no reason. Sweep some wards here. Oh, damn. 2 minutes on Dragon. Let's scuttle real quick. I'm actually gonna walk into the jungle here, hit this, and then we use the plant potentially to gain some distance. Should be a pretty good flank angle. Knock the Darius to the side, get the kill on this guy, and then we just stall. Right now what I do there is I stall as long as possible. That Darius is gonna kill me, that sucks. Yeah, the only reason I couldn't fight back is because of Taric ultimate there, but stalling in that situation was already all I had to do. Because that way they focused their they switched their focus towards me with like the more threatening situation. And the longer I can stay alive and use my ultimate to knock the Darius to the side there, stall him out, the better it's gonna be, because then my team can essentially kind of front to back it to where they can just clean up one by one, and my Zeri is completely safe. They use all their cooldowns on me, and it's really not a big of a deal. Obviously, I would have preferred to survive, and without the Taric ultimate, I could have most likely fought back and did quite a number. But you know, some like just out of my control. The Taric ultimate prevents me from like killing Darius or like killing whoever in that situation, because the shield's gonna come in time anyway. So my only option is to run, unfortunately. But still, the overall idea of forcing an engage from the side to prevent them from walking towards my team to create a better overall fight opportunity is the big thing there. At this point, I should buy a red bolt because the next fight can easily determine the game. So there's no reason to hold on to gold if you have a red bolt option. Or whatever potion option. Don't do this. I need my level up, my guy, please. Okay, fine. I'll take my raptors for the level up then.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
We should take Drake's Soul here. I don't think we can necessarily end, especially with the Zeri recalling right now. They should be able to defend double turrets pretty easily. So I think just going for Drake's Soul, cleaning that up, and then like looking for some type of play afterwards is the move. Because my team did make a pick, but with Zeri like essentially looking to base anyway, there's really not much that's going to go on there. If that makes sense. And I would never really be able to walk all the way up here before there's like anything. Defending double turrets is generally pretty easy as well. So, yeah, no possibilities there. We're just going to focus on the next objective. Jesus Christ. Next objective, and play from there with Zeri actually in the team fight. Clean that up. No idea where he ulted towards, to be honest. I want to wait for a better position here. This guy can hold the wall quite easily, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Kill this guy first. Wait for the Taric ultimate to go away. Kill the Darius so he doesn't get a good Q position on the team. Get that guy out of the way. Can I? I should be able to win this fight, but I don't know what the hell is going on with the rest of my team. Oh, that's such an annoying ability, man. Oh, there we go. Easily. Not a big deal. I won that fight. I need to make sure I ulted the Darius there to make sure he doesn't get a good ult or Q position anymore. But yeah, that's it for Vi. If you guys have any questions, leave those in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 31.6k damage, which is very respectable. Definitely not bad. Rakus did a lot of teamfight damage. That's very solid, actually. That's more damage than I was expecting him to do. I guess he landed a couple of really good, like, barrel combos on, like, several people to get a lot of damage out of it. Okay, fair enough. I respect it. True damage here, it's 1500, which is just smite, essentially. Objective damage at 36.1. Try to do this to the best of your ability. As you saw, I tried to prioritize the dragons as much as possible to hold on to objective control where I can. Obviously, I split like a decent amount of objective damage as well with my Zeri as well for like Baron damage and stuff. They generally helped me reasonably well with like clearing certain objectives. So my objective damage isn't gonna be singly like super high because of that. But this is more realistic, like your team actually helping you with objectives. Which, I mean, again, this was like a high gold, low plat game, and that's where people start to help you a bit more. So I'm sure for people that have watched those beginners like guide videos, some of them are just completely ignoring objectives the entire time, which will result in more of a like 70k damage done to objectives by just me, and then the rest having nothing. But yeah. Healing done at 16.5k, which is very good. Damage taken at 35.2, which is the highest on my team. Obviously, I still built full damage, and I still took a lot of damage for most of those fights. It was very hard to kill as well. And we have the self-mitigated damage on top of this with 65.1, which is obviously insane. A lot of this comes from Blast Shield, but that essentially means that I took 100k damage. Pretty much exactly 100k damage, while also, of course, dealing this much damage here as well. So just about like picking good situations for yourself, really. Very good. Gold earned at 17.4, which is not bad at all. And then for the runes, good, like 58 attacks with this, just very solid in general. Sudden impact for about 1350 bonus damage. Treasure Hunter still for the 450 gold. It did get nerfed from 550 to 450, but it is pretty much just the best rune to get for initial game tempo. Because getting initial tempo into like your initial items, like into a Dirk, into your initial Eclipse buy, is very, very crucial. So the faster you can get there, the better. So actually Treasure Hunter is still the move. Then you take Triumph and then you take Bloodline. And the reason you do this is because they removed the Omni Vamp from Eclipse and they lowered the sustain capabilities of Death's Dance a little bit. But actually having Triumph kind of makes up for the sustain difference from Death's Dance. I didn't used to run Triumph before. I ran Fleet with Futures Market, but now we trade that for the healing, so it kind of fixes the Death's Dance situation a little bit, like offsets it. And then you can take Bloodline for the extra 6% lifesteal, which actually might not sound like much, but is actually quite a lot and will make up for all of the other sustain you've lost throughout the build. So this is like the setup to kind of fix your situation a bit. But yeah, that's it for Vi, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with Viego update. Yeah, goodbye.